I'm teaching sorting for kindergartners. Good morning, class. I would like you to get in groups of 5, 3 groups of 5. I would like the first group to take a look around the room and look for different shapes. So the first group, if you could look for circles and give me some examples of what you find around the room. Yes?
The clock is a circle.
Perfect. Now, group 2, do you see anything that reminds you of a square?
A rectangle is a square?
No, rectangles are not squares.
There's the ceiling tiles are square.
Perfect, good. Okay, and my third group, can you find rectangles?
All over the walls.
They are. Good job. Great, okay, let's continue looking around the room and see if we can find different colors. Anything, just a couple of items that you see that are different colors.
The curtain is green.
Good.
And the walls are like a peach. Same color.
Perfect.
Yellow on that sign.
Great.
It's black.
Okay, now last, let's look around the room for some different sizes. So they could be small, medium, large, wide, thin, thick. Do you see anything that you can kind of see a difference between other objects that are in the room?
These tiles are smaller than the other tiles on the 2 other walls.
Great. Anything else?
The push pins on the board are small.
Great. Okay. Well, today we're going to be talking about sorting with different attributes. And we will sort them by color, and we will sort them by shapes, and we will sort them by size. Just like we did by finding objects around the room. Would anybody be able to tell me what they think the word sort means?
To put into groups.
Good, good. Anybody else have any ideas?
The groups have to have something similar in common.
Good job. So sorting is separating objects into like groups. Now, the different word that you probably heard a little bit ago was attributes, and I know it's a larger word, and you may not have heard about it, but does anybody want to take a guess what it means?
Is it something like describing it?
Good, very good, yes. So an attribute is like what we just did with like the size, color, and shape. And today we're going to be sorting objects by one attribute at a time. And we will practice sorting things in groups with like items. Okay, so up on the board, I'm going to make 3 different columns, and I'm going to give you, just show you kind of different examples of sorting, so you can kind of have an idea of what we will be doing today. I have a column for size, shapes, and colors. Okay, so here I have my objects that I'm going to be using to sort, and I'm going to have a big pile of them. And when you are sorting, you want to take a look at the different things and make them into piles that look alike. So here under size, I have 3 that are the exact same size. Does that make sense? Okay. For shapes, I have 3 squares. Because they're all the same shape. And in the last column, we have color. So we will be using these 3 diamonds, and they're blue. So that would be different ways of sorting. So we have size, shapes, and colors. Next, we're going to read a book, and I want you to think about the different ways we can sort while reading the book, and then we'll discuss it afterwards. It's called 3 Little Firefighters by Stuart Murphy. We are 3 little firefighters. Hurry, let's get dressed. The parade starts in an hour, and we have to look our best. But we're missing all of our buttons. We don't know what to do. Everyone will see our bellies, and our belly buttons too. We have to find some buttons, and the buttons have to match. Each coat will need 4 buttons. We can't have less than that. We found a bunch of buttons, but we've got to have 4 sets. Let's sort them out by shape and find out what we get. I found a set of circles, but 2 sets aren't complete. Our belly buttons will still show when we're out on the street. Clang, 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 clang. Eek Spot, we have a problem. This is no time to play. We've got to get our boots on and find buttons right away. We've really got to hurry. We have to find 3 sets. Let's sort them out by color and find out what we get. We both have matching buttons, but I don't. I'm afraid my belly button will still show when we're in the parade. Woo, woo! Ink Spot, don't be silly. We are not finished yet. Let's sort out the buttons out by size and find out what we get. Now we each have 4 buttons, large, medium, and small. At last our belly buttons won't be seen at all. Woof, woof! Ink Spot, no more barking. Now that everything is fine, we'll just sew on our buttons. Wait, I'm missing one of mine. Find it. Let's look everywhere. Turn this place upside down. Check under the fire truck. Look what Ink Spot has found. Clang, clang, woo, woo, woof, woof. Now every button is sewn on. We're ready on the dot. We are 3 little firefighters with our dog Ink Spot. Woof. Okay. Now how did the 3 firefighters work together and solve their problem? Does anybody have any ideas?
They sorted them by shape or by size.
Good job. So they worked together, they compiled all of their objects, and then they sorted them out. Does anybody else know another way that the firefighters sorted their buttons?
By shape?
Yes, very good. Okay, so I created this. Oh, sorry. This is a nice little reference sheet. I'll just hold it here. It's a little reference sheet that kind of just reminds you of the rules of sorting. This little guy here says, I can sort objects when I want to group things that have the same attribute. And we have objects sorted in color, all reds. It doesn't matter what shape they are, as long as they're all the same color. Shapes, squares, triangles, circles, and rectangles. Doesn't matter what color they are, as long as they're the same shape. In size, we have tall and short. And we learned some vocabulary today. We learned the word sort, attributes, alike, and different. Now, can anybody tell us other ways they can sort? That they can think about objects that they could sort in the classroom, or just any ideas that you might have.
You could sort by the way they feel, like the texture, like soft or like shiny, like that.
Perfect. Anybody else? Can you think of different objects than shapes that you can sort? Yes.
What about food, how it tastes, if it's salty or sweet?
Good. That's very good. Okay, I'm going to ask for student volunteers to come up on the board, and if you could get some of my objects here and find, my first volunteer is going to choose the column that they want to sort and choose the objects. Do I have a volunteer that wants to come up and do that? Yes, please, Meredith.
I will do colors.